This episode is brought to you by Pulsar.
How do you, both of you guys, pick brands that you want to be a part of? Just trying to let somebody who is like 19, who is famous on TikTok right now, or Instagram right now, त्यो व्यक्तिलाई त्यो के गर्ने कसरी गर्ने भनेर हुन्छ नि हैन त्यो एउटा त्यो वे आउट खोजिरा होला नि त कसै न कसैले हैन you both of you guys have a lot of experience, right? What would you want to go out and say to somebody who is just about to get into the field of being as एक हिसाबले and I've stopped using this word, but I'll use it like influencer हुन्छ नि हैन
That word makes me cringe.
it makes me cringe too हैन but see I'll tell you why I'm asking this to both of you A couple of days back, I was sitting with somebody very young. A couple of young friends who came to the podcast. उनीहरूले all of a sudden उनीहरूले चाहिँ यति views, यति exposure पायो हैन कि मैले के realize गरेँ भन्दाखेरि उनीहरूसँग off air conversation गर्दाखेरि पनि एकदम छिटो भयो के it happened so fast हुन्छ नि हैन आज सुतिरहेछ भोलि बिहान उठ्दाखेरि you have like 100,000 followers. It just exploded. Now, for them to navigate, I kind of have a feeling they will need external help. Okay? Somebody who's had exposure.
Absolutely.
Priyanka, you've had abundant amount of experience on this. So do you. What do you like to say to somebody who is just starting off? Dealing with brands or just somebody who has a lot of followers all of a sudden. You had it over time. हैन त्यो 1 million Instagram followers आजको भोलि आएको हैन नि त हैन I've literally seen it हुन्छ नि हैन What would you like to say to somebody who is getting like abundant amount of followers all of a sudden okay? Like to somebody super young?
See, I think if you're really young and if this happened to you overnight, a lot of this you probably not being able to process, given your age also. And it's fine, you know. When I was 18, 19, I'm sure I made a lot of choices that I'm not really proud about right now. But then at that age and मेरो त्यतिखेरको capacity, mental capacity ले मैले जे सोच्न सकेँ, I did that, हैन? But त्यतिखेर अहिलेको जस्तो cutthroat थिएन नि त. So I could afford to make some mistakes and get away with it because यस्तो सारा social media थिएन, you know? I wasn't constantly being watched and pressured. So अहिले त्यो face गर्छ क्या अहिलेको generationले, हुन्छ नि? So quite honestly, मलाई त आजकल डर लाग्छ. Although I'm in my 30s, I am kind of scared of social media sometimes. Because sometimes you do things in a very light-hearted manner, you don't think too much about it, and then you realize, ki, oh my God, I shouldn't have done it. So intentionally gareko hudaina ke kaile kahi. And I'm sure they're also going to go through that.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about brands, if you're an influencer, and if this is what you do, that this is your job, then you've got to do it. Just to see, I have to do a lot of ads, because that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's what I do. But aileko time ma, how do you know which brand is right and which brand is wrong? Because everything is so sensitive right now. You don't know what to pick. Like Balenciaga fucked up big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means all the people that were associated with Balenciaga is getting so much hate right now. But is it their fault? It's not. Quite honestly. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you might think like you're doing the right thing and automatically overnight it flips and you're completely associated with the wrong brand. So if you honestly ask me right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you just need to trust your gut and go ahead and work with like whatever brands. If this is what you're doing for a living, then this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
Just
there's so much stress.
There's so much stress right now. I can't even tell you. There's so much stress.
Priyanka, imagine you have a thick skin now. I know over time. Right? Over time, both of you guys have thick skin. I'm sure your देशमा कोही पनि छैन होला जसले त्यति ट्रोल पास होला जति you've gotten.
Yeah.
हुन्छ नि कोही पनि छैन आजको दिनमा हुन्छ नि हैन in 2023 now हैन कोही पनि छैन होला हैन the amount of thick skin that you have हुन्छ नि हैन if you feel the stress imagine what's happening with the young ones here.
I know.
हुन्छ नि अनि whenever I talk to like somebody who is at a very teen or slightly above teenage and say, who come here, they can be PUBG players or like singers or XYZ. The amount of stress, I get shocked sometimes, like, oh my God, why are you guys worrying so much? Worry level recently. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But any piece of advice that both of you guys would like to go ahead and throw into?
If they're young, be your age. That's it.
Make the mistakes?
Make the mistakes. Just be your age. Your time, I think I showed you Austin Ebony. There's plenty of time for you to work on yourself. Just be your age. Do not forget, if you're 18, if you're 20, if you're 30, if you're 40, heck, 50, just be your age. Just enjoy. There's plenty of time.
That's exactly what I said too, but
Just,
you know
no,
what I mean.
it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Because you have to adapt, you have to catch up. That is the biggest problem in our society at the moment. That is, we are being advertised continuously. Mero Instagram kholne bittikai, how this random XYZ person turned into a millionaire in a month. And you're just thinking like,
मैले के गरेँ?
million भनेको डलर चाहिँ फेरि नेपालीमा त यति पो हो त. If I had not spent a rupee on anything in my life, पनि त्यति amount हुँदैन थियो होला के. So why are you giving yourself so much pressure? Why am I giving myself so much pressure? That thought aako kina, because in my daily lifestyle, I have strived for stillness, for calmness, मेरो emotions like the better of me नदिने. That is what I chose. I don't know if you guys remember, there was this article that came out when COVID hit the world. That a doctor stood in front of us, sat in front of his webcam and said, the only cure to COVID is to meditate. I don't know if you guys saw it.
No, I didn't see that.
I know. Can you imagine? Social media did not want to advertise it.
Of course not.
And when I had COVID, all I did was meditate. I was like, I need to heal myself. My body has everything that it needs to heal itself. Whatever GI, I will give more power to my white blood cells. And it worked in 3 days. I mean, I'm not trying to advertise like, oh, this is the way to do it. But hey, if me being just calm, sitting in front of the sun, मलाई चाहिँ what's worked, and when we used to live in the old place, हाम्रो officeमा the first sun rays used to enter. And the point of me sleeping early was to be able to wake up early before the sun was up.
And soak it up, yeah.
And sit in my office there was like a seti dosto ma bosera.
Low bed type.
Low bed dosto, and face myself towards a window that the sun used to rise. And finish my meditation, and sunrise मेरो आँखामा लागोस् हुन्थ्यो क्या.
That's the best. That's the best thing, man. That's the best thing. And right now I'm on vitamin D pills. I know the world has completely changed.
So I think I will write it down and I will tell you when the day comes that these big brands keep fucking up like Balenciaga, then the public is going to be like, so wait a minute, what do I latch to?
This episode is brought to you by Pulsar.
Thank you very much for supporting the podcast so far. And if you want to see more content, more shows, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel.